Amid the latest Hakuho hoo-ha, this weekend actually brought us a trio of significant retirement events. The first, on Saturday, was for ex-Kotoeko, now coach Oguruma. Ticket sales rocketed after fans calculated the event would showcase the new Yokozuna's first ring-entering ceremony inside the hallowed arena. The real star of the show, meanwhile, had 280 backers come and snip at his knot, including a dozen or so ex-stablemates. The smiles gave way to tears once Master Sadogatake performed the final act, and his cheeks grew wetter still during the speech in which he especially thanked his wife and late grandfather, a one-time second division fighter who, in Eko's words, was always wrestling together with me up in that sumo ring. The second knot to be severed was that of Onosho on Sunday, in front of the 400 folks who answered his direct call to attend. No general tickets were sold. "I had so many flashbacks," the ex-komusubi said. "Now that my top knot is gone, my head feels so much lighter, and I'm completely refreshed. My sumo work is done. Now to face my second career in trademark head-on fashion and live life with all I have." He was especially moved by the words of coach Minatogawa, who famously beat him in the final of Junior High School Nationals back in August 2011. "We will always be bonded by rivalry, you know," the ex-Takakesho said. Onosho, for now, continues to sell horse oil skincare products. The third top knot detached, also on Sunday, was that of the ex-Kyokutaisei at a Tokyo hotel. 400 guests were present for that, including coach Teruno Fuji from the same stable group. A visibly thinner Kyokutaisei said, "A sumo wrestler's life was simply the best. Nothing can beat it. My stable was brilliant too." He is now journeying here and there to train in various noodle shops, with a view to opening his own buckwheat noodle restaurant. To widespread surprise, he also invited a fellow Hokkaido native. This one, in what looks like the first step on a path to public rehabilitation. The irony of the timing, with events set in motion by his misdeeds now reaching their climax, was not lost on anyone there. Hokuseiho wisely kept distance from the sumo reporters present and will not be offering comments on his former master's departure. As it's no fun making too obvious segues, let's first get some injury news. Ichiyamamoto has declared he's okay after a painful day 15. Though he feared his left little finger was broken, it was only dislocated, and his deep open wound apparently took little time to stitch up. "So long as the recovery goes to plan, I'll be well alright for July," he insists. Second tier Mita, meanwhile, who broke a left finger on day 12 last month, has had a good operation ahead of a planned July return. "My finger was cleanly snapped, so it's kind of bolted in place right now," was his comment after graduating from sumo school last week. "It still hurts when I bend it," he said, "and I'm looking to rest it up for 5 weeks before getting back into training around June the 30th. And his Tochigi colleague Wakanosho, despite a damaged Lisfranc ligament in his right foot, is already back in the training area, though obviously not fighting yet. It seems he will take the grin and bear approach of Kawazoe 2 years ago, before he made his problem worse. Waka tells us he'll be up for July and for trying to gain his salary back. And he spoke to the press at a seminar held for all sumo personnel today on the subject of social media use. You may have recently heard that sumo chiefs tightened their guidelines for stable YouTube channels and even their own coach's channel. dressing down some of the coaches involved. Sumo chiefs have bemoaned these channels for building up wrestlers as entertainers rather than samurai fighters, and would like to redress the balance, despite mainstream TV channels portraying wrestlers in much the same entertaining way. Younger coaches, understandably, have pointed this out, and fear these stricter YouTube rules will undo all the recent good work done on attracting new younger fans. Finally then, the latest on the Ex-Hakuho. Stressing his commitment to professional sumo tradition, he posted a picture on Instagram of his serving as sword bearer for Chiyonofuji's 60th birthday Yokozuna ceremony, on what would have been the late Wolf's 70th birthday. It's a highly strategic post as he prepares to break with established tradition. His Instagram page now morphing into his publicity pipe as he prepares, say multiple papers, to launch some kind of International Sumo League, some of it to be based in the States. He also hopes his outsized presence will provide that vital boost needed to see sumo finally installed as an Olympic sport, in homage to his late father, who medaled in Mexico '68. He said nothing himself at this stage, while currently overseas. Perhaps he will at his retirement presser called for next Monday. More news on that when it comes. It was also pleasing to see so many I listed as his allies yesterday speaking out in support of him today. And when a top establishment sumo writer comes out and pens something like this, you sense some wheels have come off.